You need a job, but you don't know which career path to take and you don't know which jobs to apply for. So what do? I'm Amie. I'm an ex-pharmaceutical and biotech recruiter, and I've got 3 tips for you on how to choose the right job and career path. Let's go. The first tip is to solve the formula. The job search formula is simple. It's your education and skills, plus your hobbies and interests, plus your likes and dislikes, and this should equal to your job role and industry. I'll explain. In terms of education, do you have a degree or diploma in any subject? Do you know any relevant technical skills or competencies in terms of your interests and hobbies? What knowledge have you gained while pursuing your hobbies? For example, memory and coordination from dancing, networking from volunteering, or communication from acting. In terms of your likes, do you enjoy talking to people? Do you like working outdoors? And for dislikes, do you hate stressful environments? Or do you dislike boring and repetitive work? Answering these questions can reveal the right job for you. But what if you don't have a degree and you don't want to go to university? You can learn a trade through an apprenticeship, and usually you can earn while you learn. For example, you can train to be a plumber, an electrician, or a mechanic. You can still use the job search formula to help you figure out which trade to apply to, but the formula will look a bit different. In this case, the formula will be hobbies and interests, plus likes and dislikes, which will equal to education, which is to learn a trade, and of course, the job role and industry you'll be working in. Here's an example. In terms of hobbies and interests, do you want to build something or fix something? In terms of likes, would you prefer to work on one project for a period of time or a new project every day? Research different trades and see what interests you. For example, could you work as a HVAC engineer, a machinist, a roofer? Searching for work becomes easier when you've learned a specific trade. You know more about yourself than you think, and you can give yourself the direction that you need. Put your ideas down on paper and make it visual. Use flowcharts, mind maps, and lists to help you solve the job search formula. Tip number 2 is to be specific. Once you have some ideas on which industry and job roles you're interested in, do some research and get some advice on specific job titles you should apply for. Start by searching online to learn about different job titles in your industry of interest. You can search on Google, LinkedIn, YouTube, or TikTok. Use artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT to find out different job roles in your industry. Speak to a career coach for advice. Ask friends and families for ideas. Attend job fairs to meet different companies that you might want to work with. You can also apply for internships. You can gain work experience by volunteering to find out if your job of interest is right for you. Consider which industry appeals to you. For example, are you interested in media, legal, finance, tech? A bonus tip on how to find specific job titles is to research professionals on LinkedIn. Professionals on LinkedIn have their job history and career pathways on display in their profile. So you can research professionals who are already working in the industry you like to work in and are already doing the job titles that you're interested in. What types of jobs have they previously done that has led them to their current position? Log the results of your search in a spreadsheet or in a notebook. If you're in the UK, go on websites like prospects.co.uk to learn about the new job titles you've just discovered and any related job titles. From your research, you can then map out potential job roles. Here's an example from the tips so far. An individual is looking for work. Their educational background is a biochemistry degree, which means they could work in a scientific field. In terms of their hobbies and interests, they could be interested in blogging, which shows that they have strong writing skills. In terms of dislikes, they may not want to work in a laboratory, which means they need an office-based job. In terms of their likes, they enjoy watching nature documentaries, so this shows a confirmed interest in science and learning. So what kind of role can this person do? The next step is to get advice either from online or in person to figure out suitable roles based on this person's skills and interests. From your research, you can now map out potential job titles. An example of an office-based, science-related role that requires strong writing skills could be jobs like scientific writer, proposal writer in clinical research, and medical writer. These roles can be either in the pharmaceutical industry, the healthcare industry, or the biotech industry. Notice that in the example I just gave, the individual had hobbies and interests that enabled them to develop skills that could be transferred to the roles mentioned. The third and final tip is to search for jobs in threes. By this I mean searching for 3 similar jobs within the same industry and within the same or similar departments. Searching in this way allows you to have a very targeted and focused search, which makes job hunting much easier. Of course, you can search for more than 3 job titles, but starting with 3 is more efficient, and you can expand with more job titles as your job search continues. If somebody wanted to work in the pharmaceutical industry as a medical science liaison, then other job titles that they could search for are medical communication specialist and medical writer. Another example is if somebody wanted to work in the technology industry as a data engineer, they could also search for jobs such as data scientist and data analyst. Notice that the jobs in these examples are related and require similar skill sets. Searching in this way expands your search arena whilst allowing you to streamline your job search. Remember, job hunting needs to be targeted, and it helps to know what specific roles to apply for. However, some job roles are common across multiple industries. For example, sales roles, marketing roles, and HR roles can be found across many industries. You can search for HR jobs in tech, medical, or legal industries. You can search within 3 industries to begin with and expand as your job search continues. So now you know what type of jobs you want to apply for. It's time to write an effective CV or resume to apply for these jobs. Click on the next video for tips on writing the perfect resume.